Hello, Mutable signs. If you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, my name is Steph. I'm going to scry your scroll and add on some Dragon and Dreams Oracle to further surreally inspire and support. We'll also have Ghost Tube here kicking for any audio additions that may inspire or irritate, so please
bring it to me.
Receive or release freely in any case. You're welcome to join me in opening up and then using the timestamps to head over to your sign specifically. So thank you. When you're ready, taking a nice big breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of the mutable signs. Thank you so much for being here, for being my muse, and for holding space for me to share my insights. All right, let's dig in here. I'm going to do my best here. Bear with me as I'm still learning all the cameras. Sagittarius, if you want to come on in, and we will take a look at your scroll. I'm seeing very fancy wooden carvings, like the edge of a table, but it has this vintage kind of feel. It kind of looks like I don't know, there's some sort of wood carving. My heart feels fancy. I feel like I like fancy things, and that's pretty cool. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're expensive. I just like the way I'm feeling is I appreciate and I like details, but they're like embossed in this bigger palette. So whether that's my heart space, the way I see things, it's as though I can see the big picture, sages. And then it's like just,
back off.
I notice these frills. I notice the frills. I'm seeing either herons or swans. As well, like way in here. See if I can share this with you from this camera. Like, bear with me. I'm like brutal. Right here. And excuse my nails because...
Rest in peace.
Well, Yeah, it looks like there's somebody slowly coming forward that has passed on from behind me. So they're behind me. I've already grieved them. I don't feel like I'm in a state of grieving. It just feels slow. You know what it also might be is another lifetime where there's a version of me that's trying to step forward to say something, but it doesn't feel like it's this urgentness. It feels as though I am just with you, like whatever the skill set from a past life might be, or somebody who has passed on. It's like you share an ongoing something or other. So whether it's you in a past life, a version of you that is existing in this timeline, and it feels old, like dinosaur times. That I'm not necessarily saying or disagreeing with, dinosaurs and humans didn't exist together. It feels like way back in the day. And there's a certain skill set I had, or somebody has passed in the last 10 to 20 years. And let's just say, for an example, it was a parent or a guardian or a grandmother. And maybe they had a sight or a sense, like when you recall those things, but like maybe it wasn't overly accepted or they didn't share it, they didn't utilize it. But you would have like this, like, well, grandma always had this sense, but she didn't say anything. She wouldn't tell people, but you are. I feel like she's working with you, and this other version, he or she doesn't matter, working, of course, with the energy, the predominant energy. You're carrying it on. And there's something like this, because even like way deep down in here, it's like something's curling in and coming together. I'm also seeing a moon, and not an illusionary moon, like a storybook. My name is Steph. What is your name? Sorry. I feel like I'm being told stories at night, and I also might be having trouble sleeping. I'm going to start bringing in the dream cards. Because it's like I'm seeing the storybook from when I was a kid or something like that. Would you like to swing on a star? Carry moonbeams home in a jar. And be... They're helping you. Whoever this is, they're helping you cast a wish or wish upon a star, or helping you bring it down. And same with this other version of you. And you know what it's like? It's like they really want this to happen because you're carrying on something that maybe they didn't have the ability to do. Yeah, there's the... Okay. All right. Okay. I'm breathing. Sages. In this card, there's an older woman in there. And see how she's like in a cave? Of course, if you see, sense, or feel anything from this card, that's for you. Please take it. Do not listen to my yammerings. But thank you for the space held. And then in this card is the bridge. Understand. Somebody's passed over. Your past life that is in the past. But you know what I mean? I'm not going to get into that. Or a woman, because there's another woman there. Okay, I'm going to get into this. See, so even in these cards, it's like there is a skill set that this woman had. You could be a young male, or it was like when you were young, your inner child. Like, no, when you were a child. You guys are meeting. You're meeting possibly in the dream state in the astral realm. Interesting. I saw that as a woman before, and now it's a man. Okay, so this is this heart. I am seeing a heart. It looks ornate. Like I'm looking at an ornament. I don't know if there's a Christmas ornament or some sort of glass figurine. Yeah, they have absolutely passed. They are deceased. Or this version of you is deceased. It's like their childhood. Now, this could be a grandmother, grandfather, or masculine, feminine energy predominantly expressed, but you put it where you need to put it. Sages, there might be some of you, I'm just going to pop in here. There might be some sages that are working with body issues the way I'm seeing myself. Like, what is it? Anorexia or the other one? Like I see I'm seeing thinness, but I'm not seeing that. Like, it's like if I was standing in front of a mirror, somebody else was seeing how thin I am in that reflection. But when I look in that mirror, that's not what I see.
Stop recording.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Unless I need to possibly check the audio, but I think it's working well. I'll risk it. Should I risk it? No, it's fine. I'll risk it. So they might have had something in their childhood or your past life childhood existence. And they were a prisoner of something. I don't think that's why they didn't talk about it. Or I don't feel like they talked about it a whole lot. I'm going to add on the Jungian cards here. The number 6 and 42 may mean something to you.
What brought you here?
But I want to note the 4 and the 2 also come to 6. Maybe when you were 6 years old and this grandparent at the time would have been 42 or a parent. Do you know what I'm saying? Or 4,200 years ago. There's a whole lot going on here. This is incredible. They come to you in your dreams. It's very, very soothing. Okay, so I'm also seeing a witch's, a classic, Wizard of Oz, the Green Witch of the West, like a wicked witch kind of shoe. But that's not because it's wicked. It's almost like maybe I didn't use this skill if I'm in this past person's energy because I would have been perceived as wicked, or it was wicked, and maybe that's why I was imprisoned. Like maybe I'm back in the days where there was, Like the Salem
Capricorn.
witches? Okay, so I don't know. But I also feel like now when I'm here and now, whatever the skill set is that I'm working on, and I'm hearing, if I'm being very honest, don't pressure yourself to be everything. It's almost like pick one skill that enhances your other skills. So there's always like another, oh, that's interesting. The way it'll come through, like another yellow brick in the yellow brick road. So you don't have to build the road all at once. There's already so much of a path that whatever that is, you can always step back on for some stability. So you might have other skill sets. Maybe you have another job. Maybe you have a relationship. Excuse me, whatever it is. Yes, I understand that you've passed on, but you're here. So you're not passed on. You're not alive. So, but it's just like, it's like I'm bricklaying, but not vertically, horizontally. Does that make sense? Okay, so the first card that came through, and this is like, again, you have to keep in mind it's dream interpretation. For the card 6 is direction. And then the bottom one, 42, decrease. If you wanted to take a screenshot, I suppose you can go back there. All right, let's dig in here. So at the top here, direction. A bridge crosses a great chasm, guiding destiny fulfilling. Holla. Ask if you have a purpose so valuable you can commit your life to it. And this is what I feel like. It's like lives and lives over lives over lives have been committing to something through hell or high water for one reason or another. Integrity is intact, and any sort of, I just heard crime against humanity. But I stay the course, and that's not because I'm stubborn. So I want that to be known, because I don't feel stubborn in this. Like, I'm never going to divert because I'm not listening to anything else. This is our focus. This is our goal. No. That's not how this feels. This feels like every brick, every gold brick that will become the path is individually made with slightly different, like it becomes like, if you looked at the whole thing, like back in the day, it might have been made with this, and then it over time in generations or eons or years, I'm horrible with time, you can see the ingredients change. It's become modernized, and that's not to be ashamed of. That is to be celebrated, because it brings in different attributes to the path. So it's like, you don't negate, oh, we can add a little of this and it makes it last longer, whatever these things symbolically may mean. But it's almost as if they're still at the foundation, it's intact, right? There's, oh, let's just say, and I don't know, so there's always sand and stone and water. But maybe what brings about the gold coloring is different. Maybe some lifetimes have added sparkles to it because they found a different color sand, or they found a different mineral. Do you know what I'm saying? Interesting. I'm going to leave that there because that's all I resonate with. And then coming down at the bottom is decrease. The seeker descends the other side of the mountain. See, this spirit of Billy. Your soul, maybe you are a Billy, maybe, or like a Billy goat coming down the mountain. Capricorn also came up. Noticing where that is in your chart, or maybe this other person was a Capricorn. Anyway, it's not the point. This spirit of your soul's expression of existence in a past life, or the spirit that you know from this life, but you're not in an acute state of grieving anymore. They are coming down the mountain. You are going up the mountain, and you are meeting, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to say the astral realm. Aging, descending, and drain. Let go of those things, people, and activities that are no longer appropriate to a gradual loss of energy. And this is fascinating. Maybe it's viewing yourself. Oh, I'm not good enough, or My skill set's not there. Maybe you're being very hard on your body vehicle. And when I say hard, I just mean from a heart space, right? Like, and I want to come back to this heart and I want to flip it over. Yeah. Cause I'm seeing like these, almost like I'm just kind of walking like solemnly, but that's how my eyes see someone or something or of myself in the here and now. And that could be very draining. Having that perspective is draining. It's no longer appropriate for who you are and for who you are becoming. And you have been doing the things to become that. I don't know if somebody's really worried about, I have failed because I wandered off the path. And I keep hearing, but you wandered off the path to find different mindsets, ingredients, inspirations, irritations, triggers, and glitters to bring back to the path. This person may have passed from a stroke. Sorry, there's something that was standing out and I want suitcase, attachments, necessities. A suitcase lies open on the bed. The true cost of the journey is to give up what you don't want to let go of. Hold on tightly, then choose to give. I don't know why this ghost box has said, like, just ignore idiotic, because it's being idiotic. Or whatever that spirit is stepping through. Please. Please. But maybe you're looking at me thinking you're idiotic, and that's fine. That's your opinion, and that's what you receive. And you've wandered off your path, off your normal channels. You've come here, sages. You're like, oh no, or oh yes, okay, I get it. It's like bringing the dream dimension in here in the waking density, and you're like, okay, you can get the symbology, right? You go back to your path. Queen of Cups. Well, I don't some dragon tarot here. It's what are you feeding the dragon? Your dragon. Seeing a big dragon here, the eyes, big nostrils. It looks quite friendly. I'm not going to lie. It feels like a friendly dragon. 8 of Pentacles. Yep. Strength and Ace of Swords. You have been, I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. Yeah, there's something you've been surviving. Lifetimes over lifetimes, generations, sages. This is fantastic. This feels like, I'm not even sure that I can express how big picture this feels. Remember, like when I was talking about the beginning, like that big picture, but with these frills and details off to the side. It's like I'm looking at a big book, and it's not made of leather per se. It might have leather pieces, but it's like made of wood. Like it's been carved in softness. All right, let's bring up, you have 2 dragons that stepped forward and then 1 that is hidden. The Earth Dragon clears your path and the land around you. Stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life. Like, this is what we've been talking about. Clearing the path and the land around you. It's your time to step up and acknowledge that. I feel like you do. Maybe there's been some hesitation because I'm seeing like the water running through the wood. I'm trying to replenish something. I feel like it's me. Yeah, I feel like it's me. Like there's new vitality running through my veins. And then I have here the Black Dragon cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. This is... You are being nurtured in the shadows of the past and past people. Past versions of you. And we've been talking about your skill set. Your divine potential is growing. And then it's like seeing in this card, like, what is it? The Lion King? Oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. And then unseen here, that came flipped upside down, was the Magenta Dragon. Enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom. Awaken your soul memories and higher spiritual understanding. Prepare for accelerated ascension. Does that come in? I do my best. I do my best. This is literally what we've been talking about. You? I'm good. How are you? This is what I'm seeing. It's like I'm seeing, notice how all these dragons are slightly askew. No one's like direct at me, but it is in your scroll. Right there. Very friendly. Very, very friendly. Let's wander back into the dream state. We have here the wolf, cunning, stealth. I'm seeing it like a werewolf. Like howling at the moon like this earth dragon. Can I put you over there? Is that okay? The rabbit, pregnancy and fears. I'm definitely birthing something. But look at even in all that, in that rabbit.
You're back.
Excuse me. I'm receiving. I feel fertile in the frequencies from the versions of me before to ancestors. Yep. Challenges and achievements of the mountain. We were talking about that goat. Some of you, this might also be like alien stuff. And I'm just using that term, angels, aliens, anything in the astral realm of space here, not astral realm per se of the dream state. You're engaging in something. Sages, and I feel like you know it. Congratulations if you are becoming engaged, pregnant, and this is all very physical, like in this expression, and you're taking that golden path, and maybe you're not sure, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make ends meet? Am I going to be this, that, or the other? Those are all questions, and you will build that bridge. You will build the path and your skill sets along the way. I'll take one more. Thank you. All right. Wandering into the lucid dreaming cards. So you literally have here mythic sages. This is who and what you are. You are a mythic sage. Like, that's fantastic. You also have here by location. There's two people talking, two locations. Whether it's you, past life, somebody else, it's happening. The light bulb has gone off with the light switch. And reoccurring dreams, like you know something's been up. You know what's coming up. You keep walking through these lifetimes. There's also somebody, a spirit in the afterlife, whoever they are, that takes the journey down to descend to where you are, to meet you halfway. And even in the mythic sages, like really, we should just call you mythic Sagittarius. Like even that Chinese dragon is in there, or at least it looks that way. Yeah, and see, even with the spirit box saying burnt, it might have been a past life in regards to something of the Salem witch trials or any other location that may have happened. I understand that's popularized as a location, and maybe everything happened there. I don't really know, but I'm sure it also happened in other places that aren't as popularized. Your final dragon messages is a flick of the tail.
I can't talk.
We are forewarning you of an important event, human child. Stay aware and trust the signs we are sending. Believe your own wise instincts. They are correct, and we are with you. And sages, you also have dragon love. When your human heart breaks, we fly to your side. We can help you to heal, regrow, and strengthen your beautiful heart. Let us in, let us help, and know you will go on.
What should I do?
My heart will go on and on. Sages, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I look forward to the next time we see, probably for December, where I'll have a full ink blot for you. And until then, thank you. Hi, Virgos. If you want to come on in, have a seat. Here's your scroll. We are going to scry and add on Dragon and Dream Oracle, Ghost Tube, and all that kind of good stuff. Virgos, I'm excited. Let's dive in. Thank you so much for being here, for being my muse. Woo-wee. There is something. I feel like I'm an intuitive Inspector Gadget. And I got things coming out here left, right, and center. I am figuring this all out. I also feel like I am growing like a tree. I am, how do I say? I have roots crawling out from under me. I'm growing new roots, and they are being tended to by a version of me, or maybe you have a child around you, Virgos, or something about your child that is carrying on, crawling up type thing. But I also feel like anything that is old is being kind of uprooted, Virgos, for me to look at. And it's like I'm seeing a cigar cutter. Is that what it is? Sorry, I had a thought about the thing. A cigar cutter. And I'm kind of going in and chopping anything that is not, those old roots can go. It's not going to weaken me because simultaneously I have other things, tentacles already out. And Virgos, there's also something about like a circus tent. I could be preparing for something or visiting something, like a celebration, or maybe I want a reason to celebrate. On the flip side, Virgos, I'm hearing, I'm going to say a circus. So one's a celebration, like I can see like a wedding or a bar mitzvah or a quinceañera or something else, culturally speaking. There's too many for me to know. However, it feels like it's going to be outside, so it might be next, or wherever you are. Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter. It could be in the spring, whatever your spring and summer is, to fall. On the other hand, I'm seeing, the fall is more of like the circus tent. I don't know if I feel like I've been involved in a circus, or my life's just been a shit show. I don't know what it is. Maybe the last little while, Virgos, I'm just like, you know what? I gotta grow new things. What happens, it's like I'm stepping into, or at least how it feels. What's that person, if I was looking at like for heavens and hot dogs, what is it? Like the 3 rings, but there's like I'm going to call it like a master of ceremonies, but I don't think that's the right word. The ring, maybe somebody might have something to do about a ring bearer, but it's that ring person. The master of ceremonies is the only word I can see, but I don't think that's the right word at all. Virgos. But then up here, it's like I also have like this intuitive Inspector Gadget. And it doesn't have to be intuitive in strictly the woo-woo sense that, one may feel. It feels like it's my intellect is spreading out. My imagination is spreading out. If I was in advertising or marketing, I am coming up with a lot of new ideas. And people don't know where they're coming from, and they don't know how they're coming from me. Like it might not be normal or typical, but I'm tuned in, I'm tapped in. Okay, we've got your dream cards here. I will bring them up to you. So if you want to take a screenshot, and you know the drill, to see, sense, and feel for yourself first versus listening to my yammerings, but I appreciate this space being held. So you have card 48 and card 57. Ooh, romance. I'm not going to lie as well. I got like Elmira, can never remember, and Morticia like vibes, or Addams Family. And if I recall, whether it was the Addams Family or the Munsters, the relationship between the masculine and feminine energies,
Gregory.
It could be two femmes expressed, or it doesn't matter. Not that it doesn't matter, but the alchemy of energies is the point, right? This merge in what we're making. And this feels like when you think of the Munsters with Lily Munster and Morticia, and then their husbands, Gomez and, I can't remember his name. It's not I apologize. Herman. Their relationship was just adorable, and I don't mean that it was a rich relationship, So maybe this is in regards to money. Maybe this is in regards to the resonance of it, right? Because again, I'm seeing all these energies coalesce and merge. And it's like seeing wires that aren't wrapped up in each other like a crazy conglomerate of Christmas tree lights that you threw in a box, and it's like, ugh. This feels that you might have been through that, Virgos. You might have been through complications. There might have, whether this is health oriented, relationship oriented, which is still a relationship to myself. It's a relationship to my body. It's a relationship to how I digest things and how I move them through. Maybe it's a relationship with lover or lovers. Whatever the case may be, it's all energies coalescing, and I'm seeing what might have been like a
Taurus.
bundle of Christmas lights, and just ugh. You've been spending time unraveling them, and you meet somebody else that can also, or you meet someone or a job, whatever the case may be, and it works. Where one bulb may not work, they have that bulb. And this intertwining actually creates this beautiful, because I'm seeing like someone's lawn with Christmas lights, and it looks like chaos. But when the lights come on, you see the shape. You're like, oh, they created a whole magical world. But maybe in the off season, or maybe when the lights are off during the day, you just see wires wrapped up in everything. But this wires wrapped up in everything feels really good, because you turn the lights on, it's like, ta-da! This is what we've done together. Whether it's together within myself, and I've cleansed and cleared, or I am cleansing, I am clearing, I am cohabitating with the currencies within me, for health, for wealth, for happiness. I don't know. That's how it feels. Anyway, I'm going to flip that, and I'm going to pull the Jungian cards that support this. You are okay. And if you're feeling like you've been put through the gears of life, man, like, I don't know, I feel like I said that. So I put through the gears of life, man. Like, come on.
Wednesday.
Maybe you're 48. You could also be 57. Drill those down. You could be the amount of months, the amount of hours, something you've been going through. It's not for me to say. Maybe you've been seeing these numbers. So with death and oh my goodness. Like, let's look at this. Death, and if you want to take a screenshot, so you can, of course, sorry about that. There we go. A little shiny shine. Shine a light on me. Death and rebirth, reversal, and we've been talking about this. And then also relating, how we relate, bonding. Okay. I get too excited sometimes. I'm seeing a garbage disposal that's very happy. It's very happy to eat what you give it. Maybe it's a food thing as well, coming into your body, watching the food that you eat. Not because there's a judgment of, oh, you're eating Doritos, you nasty. It doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel constipating. And maybe I'm actually constipating myself over some sort of connection or currency exchange within myself or without. And I'm kind of reversing. I'm going back to when I felt the best. What clues can I see there? When I last felt the best? A week, a month, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 48 months, whatever the case is. That tells me something. Not what can I mimic, but what can I tune in? Can I connect? Can I relate to that version that felt good, looked good? And I don't need to feel like a failure because, well, I can't do that because I'm not 19 anymore, or, oh my goodness, I just had more energy when I was 30 and now that's what I'm saying. Like, those thoughts aren't what I'm looking for. I'm looking for inspiration to possibly see if there was something I was doing, eating, saying, applying, or releasing that could help me in the moment I'm here now. I hope that made sense. Because I'm seeing a spider in your scroll, but this spider, I'm seeing like, I don't know. When people are born with like they share a body or conjoined twins or something like that. I'm conjoined to something. And I want to understand, this card relating is also ego. Is it somebody else's ego or is it my ego? None of my business. I'm seeing the ghost from, it looks like a little Grim Reaper, but it has the funniness of from the movie Scream. So there's a comedy about it. Okay, so I'm going to read your dream cards. Death, rebirth, reversal. The seeker is caught in the clock. Extremes, opposite, encounter. Reversal is when one direction suddenly becomes the opposite direction. The things we want to happen are not the ones which do happen. The clock of destiny counts our time on earth. No one escapes fate, but they may fail their destiny. When caught in the, I'm going to say mechanisms of time, because I can't, machinations? I know I can't say that. Do not protest, but actively engage in your journey, making choices, even in the worst of circumstances. You are not the master of your fate, but an instrument of its expression. Practice wanting what you get, not getting what you want. The way to get what you want is not to want. Virgos, you guys are in it to win it. This whole teeter-totter action of back and forth, the rug's been pulled under me. I've taken the dives. But you've done so with an amount of grace. You've done it with grace. Morticia, Lily Adams.
Who is she?
They hold grace. And I'm sure there's other characters, but you're here with me, so I'm assuming you enjoy a little spooky. When we're coming into card 57, with this embrace, holding hands with my light and dark, the shadow and the shine, the past of what was. It's almost like I'm seeing a multi-dimensional race. So some Virgos might be really tuned into being a hybrid. Okay, so that's also bringing me into a different version of the conjoined twins. It's like, or maybe you're in a multiracial relationship and there's people around you that have different opinions. And maybe you want to relocate so that you're like, well, I'm not here to change people's minds by my existing. I'm not here. Maybe you are. I mean, and you're taking that on. I have no idea. But this feels like, to me, I am working with another hybrid that's harmonizing with humanity. I don't even know.
It's what we want.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all very uncomfortable. There's a flock there, a flock. Somebody might be moving because and possibly south. Yeah, you might be considering moving south or to a different location, or because I'm hearing, like, for us Canadians, a lot of people, what are they called? Snowbirds? Snowbirds when they go south for the winter. Relating, the couple embraces merging energies. Just like the Christmas lights, merging, bonding, projecting, sharing. Relationship is growing separately together. We relate to be related to. This also could have something to do with people you are related to, like, again, like generations of, like, seeing all those Christmas lights for whatever reason, that's still there. But it's like, does my DNA feel jumbled, or my lineage and there's a knot in it? And I feel like to be honest with you, I feel like I want to spend the time, maybe Virgos, you have diligently been spending the time within oneself and not blaming maybe the last person who jumbled it up or your part in that. Because I was like, I just quickly want to throw them away. Get them, it's not Christmas. Take everything down. You know what I'm saying? And And I want to spend the time, or you have been spending the time to go through, and you're like, there's no rush, but just the subtle actions, almost, like it's like suddenly, and then one day it's like, oh, that necklace, or if it gets knotted or something, and you spend the time, and then all of a sudden, there it is. Could be a male you were related to as well. We bond with another to bond with ourselves. I seek in you what is hard to find within. In loving you, I know I exist. Yes, I project wanting things not realizable and hurting my acceptance of you as you are. My commitment is to the relationship, to you, and to my integrating what is evoked in our relating. I seek not to praise or blame you, but to affirm your being as I affirm my own. Ours is a loving bond, both within and without, and I accept the challenge to love. The task is to commit to integration. Ask yourself each day, what new thing invoked in relationship have I integrated? Virgos, this is intense. Whether this is the self, past versions, the way I perceive my partner, the way I perceive and relate to my other energies, to my inner child to adult, you can apply
Bring it to me.
Everything. Oh, it's my boss's fault. Oh, it's this fault. It's this fault. If nothing is anyone's fault and it's constantly projected out. But I feel like you're taking a look at that. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm just, it's like there's different balls now of
dangerous
Christmas lights. Like there's big ones, there's little ones, there's twinkle ones, and somebody just threw them all in a box. And it's like, okay, I got to go through this. And like this Grim Reaper, I got to sickle some things away and cast them away, not in a haste. I have to understand how I am relating to it so that when I release it or continue to receive it, this is how it's feeling for me, it is integrated. Whoo-wee. And then I also want to note here in the relating, when I was speaking about like maybe you're going to be possibly moving or you're living somewhere where it's just, you know what I mean? You're not trying to change minds. And it's like, in loving you, I know I exist.
You're back.
Yes, I project wanting things realizable. My commitment is to the relationship to you, and my integrating was evoked in our relating. But it's not up to you to change the minds of the masses, of the many, but to hold the calm, healed heart, to embrace an understanding, compassion, agreeable or not. And that is how a true leader leads. Does that make sense? Who's leading with love when they are met with adversity. I can't speak today. Strength, the world, Six of Pentacles. Virgos, you guys have, and the Star, in whatever relationship or relation or resonance this is in for you, and please do not hold it to what I'm picking up. Am I dead? You are alive, just in a different density, love. But yes, in regards to density, Virgo, you are passed on. You have a strength. But it's like this surrendering what the world wants me to be. The world I hold in my head that is no longer, and I feel bad. But I'm like burning things away. And I'm like, no, this world is here for me too. I am here as well to engage in Six of Pentacles. Whatever Six of Pentacles mean for you. But there is an inherent and obvious clearing out of emotional stuff. It's like boiling water to clear out the impurities. And then getting this scarf of feeling smooth. And the next time the Christmas lights go on, I'm going to take a piece of cardboard and I'm going to spend the time and just wrap them around this piece of cardboard. So they're much easier to untangle when I wish to embrace these lights. Maybe they're blue, maybe they're multicolored, maybe they're, all gold. They're all, I don't know. There's so many lights going on around you, Virgos. There's so many lights. Seeing somebody about a postman.
Stroke.
Hey, Mr. Postman. You are the star of your own show. This also comes into that feeling of like that hybrid thing. If you remember that from before. That you are a hybrid human. You might have different DNA. If you feel like, maybe this is for some, there might be some Virgos that feel like, oh, I'm from my family. It's kind of like black sheep, but it wanders off like a little side thing. It's like, that's the original DNA, or that's not original. Sorry. It's a version of another hybrid DNA, but you're the one that something else has been added to. So it's like you're the same but different. And that's okay, right? Green Dragon helps you tune into the secrets of nature. Receive answers and guidance from nature. Align with your divine essence. I feel like this is what we've been talking about. And a lot of green and a lot of blue. If I look at your dragons that have stepped forward and then your star, green and blues, feelings, emotions, drawing down the sky. I'm also seeing the birthstone, zirconian diamond or something like that. It's like a very light blue. I think it might be one version of a birthstone for December. Anyway, and then you also have here Aquamarine Dragon from Neptune. Enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. Spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive ineffable soul knowledge. So I'm just going to lay it out here, Virgos. The way I'm seeing it is that there's, that's not going to work. There's something that is asking you within yourself to tune into your own secrets of your own nature.
To your left.
Realign, assess alignments, merges, and messes. Straighten them out, look at them, check the bulbs of your being. Somebody also might be looking or working on their light body. And not just their chakras, you might stem from that chakra. It's like seeing those Christmas tree lights where the vine is actually through, or the wire, the main wire. But like you are the Christmas tree, and then it wanders out, because I'm seeing it like light bright all over. And it's like playing Operation, but every time there's like different lights going on. And you're accessing it. And maybe this is why, like, even with the Aquamarine Dragon, it feels like, see her or his little staffy stick there, Poseidon thingamajuju. With the key. And then you get this Poseidon pokey thing, like in the game Operation. You get to poke around. All right, let's add on a few lucid dreaming cards. And then we will add a final dragon message. Virgos, if you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe. I fully appreciate you. Thank you for being here, for being my muse, and for holding space for me to share my insights. Gaining mastery. Something about the family tree as well. Digital interface and dream recall. You're remembering something. It kind of makes me feel like when I was going back to that, like within a memory of going, say, when did I feel the best? What hints can I give myself there? Oh my goodness. There we go. How you doing, Steph? What hints can holistically help my own human, hybrid, higher self nature? There are hints along the way. You've left yourself nuggets. Digital interface. Maybe go through your phone. Maybe go through your photo albums. Are you digitizing your photo albums? And maybe you go back. I don't know how long social media people started. Sorry, I'm brutal that way. Maybe there's something you can see. And you're like, oh, I remember that picture. I remember looking and feeling that way. And I liked that feeling. I liked that feeling. What was there? What color light do you see? What were you eating?
Stop it.
Where were you located? Last but not least, we have here dream recall. You are remembering all these... Sorry about my nails as well, but that's the life of an artist. You are remembering something because you're willing to remember and clearing things out. Grim Reaper style. Now I'm seeing your scroll and horses are like clomping out of it. There's a freedom. There is a freedom that is for you. You have here lion, strength, and success. Peacock. Pregnancy, and I think it says wealth. Slowness, protection with the turtle. And then you also have peace and serenity. Oh, for heavens and hot dogs. With the dove. Virgos. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. I feel like these are masculine and feminine aspects, harmonizing the male and female energies that express whatever it is that you express externally. Who you are, who your heart is what I just heard. Who your heart is. It may feel as though it has been a slow and steady path. But the only one who can bring you peace and serenity, new light bulbs, is if you're working with those that are, I want to say like lit up in a line, like they're Christmas lights. Say something to you. I don't even know. Maybe you're seeing energy bodies. Maybe you're seeing auras or symbols and shapes. I don't know what it is. Something tells you something. I don't know. I can't see through the Virgo's eyes, but Virgos. Final messages before we move on. So thank you so much for being here. If you're ready. Dragon love. When your human heart breaks, we fly to your side. We can help you to heal, to regrow and strengthen your beautiful heart. Let us in, let us help, and know you will go on. Dragon inspiration. Your imagination is powerful.
How many?
It can be used as an ally, or it can become your enemy. Let us show you how to devote your creative mind to the service of your greatest potential. Yeah, I feel like they're just, maybe somebody's being really hard on themselves. And like your imagination is going back through photo albums and going back through your digital social stuff or your phones where photo, and you're looking back at those happy times and you're like, I can't believe I was ever that happy. Or it heightens how I might not be feeling now. And I feel like it's just being asked to, again, like we've said, to receive the inspiration. Because it's really you inspiring you. Dragonkin. We send to you now people who are your soul family, those who have waited lifetimes to be reunited with you. In chance meetings, in unlikely encounters, they will be, and your soul shall remember. I'm telling you, Virgos, you guys are seeing people in like weird lights, colors, pings. And I mean, you could just be talking to somebody at the grocery store, and then suddenly the checker guy comes out, or some guy comes out of the back, and a light goes on because and you're going to notice that light. It's very much infused in the land. And last but not least, Virgos.
It's not easy.
No, it's not easy. I'm not implying it is at all. But I also don't want to make it tougher than it needs to be, because that's adding to that imagination as an enemy. Dragon awakening. It is easy to slip back into sleep, human child. The world does not want you to remember. but we will never let you forget the magnificence of your being. We will awaken you. Virgo. Intense. My heart is with you. I hope you are well and doing well. It feels like you're well on the road to such a thing. In whatever context this is in for you, personal, professional, corporate, creative, platonic, romantic. Seriously, Virgos, impressive. I thank you so much for being here, for being my muse. And until next time, Virgos, thank you. Hi, Geminis. If you'd like to come on in, your scroll is up. We'll add on some Dragon and Dream Oracle cards. So if you're ready to go, let's dive in. If you see, sense, or feel anything, you know the drill. Please feel well to comment below and inspire our interconnected nature. Sorry, I got something on my thing there. All right, Geminis. So I'm seeing a face in here. Looks like a mask of some sort. or something about what, like one of those clefts or something in the lip. I can't remember what it's called. But even if blah, 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 blah. See, like I'm all tongue-tied. I'm all tongue-tied already. Like there's either something going on, you're being very quiet about something, you're hearing things, and you're not saying anything because you want to see what more will be said. Now, this could be in the spirit realm, of course, of the afterlife aura, or in the spirit of your higher self, and you're getting these communications about something, and you're like, but don't say anything yet. Keep watching, keep observing, and see what more comes out in a said. And the other way I'm seeing it is, like,
how old are you?
There are 44. There are things being said and you're paying attention. So I don't know if somebody wants you to tell a secret or they're afraid you're going to tell a secret, but something along that lines. But I feel like it's locked. I'm locked in. Yeah, I'm locked in. This mask feels like it's somebody's trying to speak from spirit, and I am... I'm not going to lie, I feel a little split in the way either it's happening because I'm seeing it like wood. Yeah, it's wood. It's a wood carving mask. I don't know if this is from a past life, present life, something you've created, something you've worked with, an energy or entity, a deity you've worked with. And they're holding, like, I'm saying a secret, but I don't want that necessarily to automatically go to bad. This could be a family secret, and or this could be a secret skill set. I want to talk, the ghost box just said. So there's somebody in spirit that wants to talk to you, or your higher self wants to speak with you. And I feel like I can't say something, or they're asking me to be quiet. I don't, that feels like a lot just kind of like blah, came out. So hopefully that's helpful. I'm seeing those celebration things. They're like a cone and they have fuzzies. Is it New Year's? Something about New Year's. I'm also seeing myself at a grave. Yeah, this kind of brings me into the family secret feel, whatever, or maybe it's a personal secret, something within. I'm prying back. It's like it's like somebody saying to me, don't talk about that, like don't bring up the dead type thing, or
Castle.
You know, it's dead, done, over with, like don't bring that up. Maybe you're feeling like don't bring that up, Geminis. I don't know what this is. I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place in the context of it, but hopefully if it resonates, you can place it. And if it's not your scry story, thank you for holding space for others to receive it. I appreciate that, as I'm sure they do too. What am I prying back on? See, I just wanted to look down as well. Like what's going on within myself, Stop, drop. Oh, oh, that's a Rough Riders road. Is that DMX? Maybe there's somebody in prison that was in prison. Like, we don't speak of what they did. Maybe somebody was in jail. Maybe you're in some sort of jail. There's some sort of like let's see if I can bring this over to you. Like, if you're seeing up here, like an arm wrestle, like I'm wrestling with something. It might be in regards to keeping quiet. Card 30, when you were 30, 30 years, 30 days. You also have card 53. If anything stands out to you, you know the drill. Please see, sense, or feel for yourself first versus listening to my yammerings, but I appreciate the space held. Something about New Year's, some sort of celebration. But I got to choose something. It's like I'm really taking a look at how do I want to go about this? In the prying back, or in the how am I going to say this? Like, I'm really trying to like sniper scope something out. Stop. I just heard like duck, duck, goose. Duck, duck, goose.
Move it.
Maybe money? Is there something about money? Am I tired of a particular way of I want to say being, or in a state of? It's like I'm bringing up buried treasures. And it's in some sort of grave or something I've put or was, it's almost like a...
Grave.
Yeah.
I told him.
What is that? When someone passes and they leave you something, but maybe you didn't get that? My goodness, I cannot think and speak today. Oh, the word was right there. You know what it is. Like, I can't even. For whatever reason, I can't even today. I can't even. Like, it's not their legacy, but it could be. See, because I want to pick the money word. Inheritance. How you doing? But there's also a chance it has something else to do with the legacy. Could be in regards to a mother or the mother's line. Yeah, because she's like potions and soup. There's something being offered to you of a soup space. Because you are like the unicorn. There's a freedom feeling. I don't know if like YouTube will allow that, but we'll put a little coverage on her. I didn't realize. Hopefully that's fine. And I'm kind of covered. I'm covered in this little thing right now. In this thought bubble. There we go. I'll give you a little something. It's okay to be a prude. I want to scope it out. I'm thinking, I'm contemplating something in my dreams. I'm going to yellow brick road. It feels like money. It feels like an inheritance, but I'm not sure that it's monetary in value. What are the number cards? There might be somebody that was in prison or part of you, and it's starting to like break out. Whatever that point was,
where
it felt like it made me stronger in some way, some form, somehow. It did serve a purpose, but I gotta say it wasn't enjoyable. And now it's like I'm free. Somebody might be getting out of prison. Maybe it's your male energy, your male aspects or archetypes, and your feminine energy's been free, and there's like this balancing out. Or maybe there was a relationship that was no good or wasn't hard. I shouldn't say it was no good, because it had value, it had a purpose.
Idiotic.
But something was pointed at you. Because I'm seeing it not necessarily as you in this space, whoever or whatever this energy is, whether it's within the self or an external person, and they got caught. The secret, keep my secret. Maybe you've been having to hold a secret in regards to this. Like I don't know. I don't know what it is. It all feels very weird, Gemini. And it's uncomfortable. And it's like, maybe you even did time for it. But when I wander within myself, There's something that I
Leave.
might have imprisoned and I left it. And now I am beginning to step into some sort of freedom. So looking at the cards is of opposing well-being. And this is what I have to choose from. Maybe it's your shadow work. Maybe it's something that's been hidden from you. Maybe it's some sort of inheritance that there's like somebody also might have been going through. What's that? Clear. I don't know the words. Like fraud. Some sort of fraud or tax fraud or something. Okay, let's read these. If you want to take a screenshot, if that will allow it to come through. Okay, so we have opposing adversity. Card 30, 30 years, 30 days. Maybe you spent 30 days or 30 days with this person. I don't know what it is. The seeker looks through his bars, not the open wall. Hilarious. I didn't even notice that in the imagery. I admit I was focused on this. So maybe it is in an internal adversity against limiting and resisting. Opposing is that which blocks movement and direction in existence. Our blocks test our commitment to the journey. Without the obstructions, we would not persevere. Things which come too easy are soon lost. What is dearly bought will become more lasting. We can remain victimized by what opposes us, complaining and angry, or we can change our perspective. Seeking openings where openings are possible. To remain in opposition keeps us from using energy to go forward in life. Your task, should you choose to accept, your task is to stop protesting
No thanks.
and do something creative with every difficulty. Somebody could be overwhelmed at work as well. Again, there could have also, somebody might have passed and now I'm having to go through all their paperwork, all of their things, and it's so difficult. It's so difficult. Because it's like it's almost like I'm learning and living things that I had no idea about that were kept and not be. That's why, because it doesn't feel like it was so a secret, but everyone lives a private life, a public life, and then that like uber private life. So I want to go over here to choosing first. So it's like I've spent 30 days, weeks, years, hours, maybe even in a reflective state. Maybe somebody has passed recently and I'm having to go through their things. But let's keep it internal here, gems, for as I'm wandering your aura. And I got to choose something. I got some sort of path that I want to choose. I'm scoping things out. How am I going to proceed? I'm writing checks for things. I'm not sure what's going on. Ego. The seeker prostrates himself before the sacred circle. Goals, directing, consequences. Choice is when we put energy in one direction and not another. We say yes to one thing and no to all that would oppose it. And you had opposing over here. What we choose is what we become. We shall be known far more by our choices than by what we say. Am I using my choice making power for just myself or for a greater purpose? Am I using choice making to break my compulsions to free life energy? What is the one choice I can make in each everyday choice? I can choose wholeness. Only the choosing are chosen. I want to do this. Only the choosing are chosen. Your task, should you choose to accept gems, is to commit fully to dealing with consequences of your choices. And whether or not this is internally reflective or sympathies and compassion, you're going through somebody else's remnants of their choices and their chooses, and you had no idea. But it's like making those choices of, do you judge them on it? I don't know. I don't know what you do or don't do. You know what I mean? Like just going through that paperwork and the filing of all of these things, of learning different things. And even if this is from a spiritual space, Gems, and this is how you're navigating life, and this is how you're navigating other energies, but seeing it like this scope of, okay, I'm at the grocery store. What's my path here? Left, right, center. Where am I going to start? Where am I going to start? What's my priority? What do I need? Then working towards what I would like, and then what would be the cherry on the cake, or the ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Because it all seems to come down to, because you have two ego cards with an adversity, and it's like those two aspects. Pick whatever they are: relationship, platonic, within, without, job choices, whatever the case may be. But it's like, are you going to choose or direct yourself to something that is opposing, that still has value, and it will have a particular kind of learning? Or are you going to choose something that is well-being, or fulfills you? Maybe this is a partner, the bad boy and the good girl, the bad girl and the good boy, and I'm just throwing out stereotypes of what's predominantly, or the bad girl and the good girl, the bad boy and the good boy. I don't know, those expressions. I want to make a choice, knowing I'm always making the right choice, Gems. It's like looking at a coin, heads and tails, and thinking those are two different things. But they are one coin. They are expressions of one coin. So it's like looking at the coin. I don't even know if that made sense. The well-being might be less spectacular or dramatic, but I feel like this is what the Gemini's energy and aura is all about. I am opening, I'm seeing it as opening a coffin. So I'm definitely going through something, even within myself, of pieces.
Open.
Well-being. She rides naked at one with her great horse. Harmony, effectiveness, pleasure. Well-being is when all our forces are in tune with each other as we send our energy into the world. We do not perfect ourselves. We complete ourselves in each moment. We sense we are totally one with the life force, and not just some in great ecstasy, but in the daily round, reaching a vital state of conscious harmony. We let go to destiny as it comes. We practice wholeness, neglecting nothing, neither good nor bad, weak nor strong, ugly nor the ideal. We find center both within and without, and we choose the living source. You ready? Your task, should you choose to accept, is to list and work on any inhibitions you still have to expressing energy within a wholeness process. I gotta admit, without even looking at this and knowing, I'm a little like, whoa, because we were talking about that coin, the two sides, the heads and the tails. But instead of seeing those as separate, choosing head or tails, looking at the state of oneness. We sense we are totally one with the life force. We choose living source. Finding the center of within and without, the this and the that, the they and the them, the you and the me. The spirit box said rope, and this one card does have a rope. It is card 30. So I'm going to read what the rope says. The gallows wait to take a life. The only freedom is to accept what is happening. Go for options which are real and immediate and will serve. This is what I feel like I'm looking at. Is my choices. What are my options? What am I resisting? Am I resisting calmness because I enjoy dramatics? Okay. But I know that. I'm seeing two of those, that from, I think it's like season 1 of Stranger Things. Those things. I'm seeing those like at each other. I don't
How
know
old
that
are you?
they're at each other. I am 44. How old are you? I don't know that they're coming at each other or talking to each other, because if I recall, they were a hive mind. Yes. Geminis. Death, Ace of Cups. This is fascinating, fascinating, fascinating. You're going to choose. Also, there might have been a passing, but there's also something within you that is past. And it's like opening up that coffin and letting it go. Saying, it's like opening up the coffin and like this night rider comes flying out. And it's like, I'm sorry I've kept you there. Whatever this other thing is, whatever this other aspect or archetype or energy, a deity, whatever the case is, I apologize. There's too many words. There's too many options. There's too many paths for me to follow when I wander down those roads. From the Ace of Cups to the Death to the Two of Cups, I unite something. I'm seeing the cheers. I free this thing. I free this energy from the coffin. I find something out about somebody who has passed. A secret I have been keeping, and I let it out. I go to the stand, and I speak my truth, because I am not creating a bind on behalf of somebody else whose integrity has already been proven to be otherwise. And I make peace with it. I make peace with myself. Okay. Oh, we got a bunch here. Okay. So we have the white gold dragon from Lyra. Connects you to the highest Christ light. Insert whatever word you'd like other than Christ or fully embrace Christ. Develop your casual chakra. Bathe in ninth dimensional light. Seeing it like Pandora's box or something like that. And I'm seeing an episode of, so I'll just say it. I'm not going to hold back.
Strangled.
It doesn't need to make sense to me. I'm seeing this episode on Ghost Adventures, and there's this box. And I don't know if something would happen when you opened it, but I'm sure it has it with many haunted items, right? And it's like, if you open this, you're going to unleash this. But it's like, you're the one, if they now have this haunted object, but you're the one, the chosen that placed it there. So you go up and you're like, okay, I'm going to open this. Because little does anyone else know, and maybe, again, this is part of the secret, you know what it is. I don't know if that made sense. So you have other dragons here that step forward, flipped over, unseen. Water dragon helps you flow easily around obstacles. Christ's light and love are flowing. Develop your psychic abilities and go with the flow.
What is that?
I always feel like I can't get the direction right. I'm directionally and degree challenged. And then you also have here Omega Dragon. Harness the divine feminine power of creation. Intention. Hold your vision. Birth the higher consciousness. This is what you're choosing. How high are you going to I don't even know. It's like I'm hearing the song from Soundgarden. You don't need to look at my side chinny chin chin. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come?
Please come back.
Won't you come? I feel like somebody might have mucked up a relationship. You blocked them out.
Bracelet.
Maybe they gave you a bracelet, some sort of talisman, but I see it as a handcuff. And you're like, no, I'm not doing this again. I'm sorry. Yeah, great that you've changed. Great that you have done what you needed to do, but no. Last but not least here, you have your Archangel Gabriel's dragon, which brings purification. Self-discipline will speed ascension and brings joy. And you can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. It's like somebody gave you a bracelet that was a handcuff, or maybe it like bound something. Oh, no. That's not a nice word. Idiotic I can handle, stupid I can handle, but hate is not a nice word. That's not usable. Can't work with that. But there is a purification going on, and perhaps of that. If there is a hate hard-on I have for somebody else, thank you. That is reflective of me, not of them, as much as I would like to tell myself otherwise. I am being controlled by that, the harbinger of that. And I feel like even in the way the ghost box may have said it there, of going from what might be the harbinger of something to this white dragon. I want to choose well-being. And that means well-being and working around the obstacles that don't align, and being brave to hold that. I don't know what this is, and I feel like I'm all over the place. But I keep choosing. That's what I know. I keep choosing. Geminis keep choosing. I'm almost speechless, Geminis. I'm almost speechless. I hear the song Free Fallin'. Dream recall. Number 1. 13. Sleep paralysis. Integration number. 15. Bilocation. On the bottom, we have Mother of Dreaming. For somebody might have a mother that's behind bars. I don't know, in this whole spirit of Gemini.
Good morning.
Good morning. And this bilocation, you have this ability of the two sides of the coin that are really part of that one. Can I bring that up and you will see it? See that person? It's like the heads and the tails, but really it's the one coin. And a part of my energy aspect knows I'm like walking the edge of the coin, because I'm realizing, oh, this is just one. But also by being on the edge, I can't really commit to one side or the other. I'm recalling something as I'm going through. Maybe I'm recalling memories, how it went. It's like for some, I'm hearing like those with childbirth, and then or at least it's depicted horribly and very painful.
Book.
But you forget that. So then you want another child, like the love feelings, or your adoption. Or the pains and strains of surrogacy and adoption. But you do forget about it, because the love of it, the love of the energy, the love being spread, slowly removes that as a memory. And maybe this is in relation to somebody who has passed. And maybe there's something that, by being like in two places at once, daydreaming and night dreaming, it's like you have the ability to be here in this meditative state, but you're very much so in the material world. And you can call in.
Who are you?
See something, sorry, and you can call in whatever you want. Who are you? I'm Steph. Who are you? Because when I see the sleep paralysis, I see the death card. And in one aspect, it's the death and rebirth, and it's beautiful. But then I also see it as like I said, the harbinger of death. And I don't know if something is trying to control me in my sleep, nightmare I'm having over being stressed, or memories of what was. But I want to put this white gold dragon from Lyra with that. And I'm also getting like Piscean vibes, Gemini. Like I'm floating, Gemini, but I'm floating around this one concept with a heads or a tails. And there's something about my pride, but I also feel like you are being handed something. You are being crowned victorious. I'm going to leave that right there because that's exactly, no matter which way, shape, or form I am trying to navigate this very complicated, multi-dimensional message. I know I can't even. You are being crowned victorious. And I'm seeing it like Game of Thrones. What's the girl's name? Like the main dragon girl. And it's like, and I don't want to go crazy. Like, was it her dad that was known as something like the Mad King? You will not go mad as long as you keep choosing. It's like strategy. Yeah, this is a very news and messages. This is quite the message. Yeah, it's very surgical. Sniper scoping. So there's a feminine concept with, or energy with magic, curse, witch, death. It's putting an end to something. I am not repeating history. The history I am learning, I'm not taking on as my own, but I understand. I don't even need to understand if I'm going through somebody else's things. I don't need to understand that. I don't need to take it on as my own. If it's almost like suddenly in this very, very moment, like the water dragon that helps me flow easily around obstacles. And maybe it's keeping me up at night at what I found out they did, or they didn't do, or me. And it's like in this space, it's like I've moved through it. Like this is how quickly, at least for me, it's coming through in the Gemini collective is, and now I have compassion. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to judge and hold or hate, but I may also not be able to physically connect because they've passed on. I may not be able to go visit them.
Rest in peace.
In jail. I also may not be able to or want to interact with them. And I'm also going to protect myself
later this evening
in the astral state, in the remote viewing. Because I'm going to choose. This isn't... It's like I could very clear something is going to repeat history or something can change history. The chosen ones choose. And I think it's you, of you. Oh, Geminis, I hope this was inspiring in some way, shape, or form. So last but not least, your messages from the dragons are Dragon Sight. To obtain your desire, you must first see it. We will now help you clear and define your vision. Let we dragons show you how to see the territory of your destiny. The territory. Your territory. Mother of dreaming. Your territory. What am I leaving for those when I pass? And not in a paranoia. This feels sympathetic. This feels respectful. What's the story that's going to be told of me? Dragon power. We fill you now with the gift of strength. Every day, your physical well-being is growing. More and more, you feel free and fluid, fierce and strong in your movements. Geminis, I tell you,
up here,
You are. You are up here. Hopefully that's not in anger. Like I'm fed up with you up to here. Like hopefully that's not the case. But if you are fed up with something, even if it's something, even if it's of your own bull poopery, and you're like, I'm tired of my own excuses. I'm tired of whatever it is. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just kind of going through, I'm tired of my own this. I'm tired of being tired. Geminis are on it. It feels very powerful. And I feel like it's unleashing this harbinger of rebirth. But simultaneously on the other side of that coin, the harbinger of death. And I fear none. This is my territory. Geminis, thank you so much for being here and for being my muse. And until next time, I will see you again soon. Hi, Pisces. Come on in. Have a seat. Here's your scroll. We are going to scry if you want to take a screenshot. So you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Pisces, thank you for being my muse. If you want to dig in here, let's start scrying and see what's in your aura. I am seeing something caught in my throat and a cyclops. Really big ears, one big eye, and somebody might be working on like their throat health or their high heart health, something along that lines. It's like it's like in between. Could be like from the throat to the chest. Maybe you're like coughing something up. One big eye, big ears. And I'm seeing like ear cuffs. Maybe somebody has a lot of earrings, because I'm seeing like if you get like migraines or like acupressure around the ears, like pressing around the ears. I used to do it in yoga all the time at the end, right? And like pressing both the ears, rubbing the earlobes, pulling them down. I really feel like I am listening and I have one eye open. I'm seeing nesting dolls, like a doll and a doll and a doll and a doll and a doll. I also see that I've caught something, because it's
slowly.
I don't know what it is. If it's a real doll or if it's a character, I don't think that matters. But I'm seeing it. It's long, and then it's got like these wings off to the side. And like if you throw one of those plant things up, and then it goes and helicopters down. Anyway, I don't think that's the point. What I'm seeing is it's able to catch things, and it's caught. It's like a bug zapper almost, and it's caught something in the subcon. I'm seeing it as a bat. So whatever a bat may mean to you, whatever that symbol may mean. This doesn't feel like, I'm seeing the bat symbol, I need help. This is I've caught something. And typically I wouldn't relate the bat to like a rodent, but in this case I am. I'm seeing it just felt something in your reality. It could be more like a rodent, and I've caught it. And I'm going to, it's like I'm spinning, like if you were to get a goldfish, right? And you like spin the bag and you've got this. And it's like, hey, I've got this. And I'm going to take it somewhere. But it also could be, if there is something in the subcon state,
I'm inside it.
And I caught this idea in the subcon state that's represented by the bat as the carrier of such. Not going to, now it's interesting to say I don't want to necessarily go to the rodent in infestation here. I've caught the symbol of the bat that is carrying a message, and I've caught it. I'm going to spin it, and it's going to drop down into my third eye face and my ears that also have eyes. And I'm going to take, it's like receiving a download or like a kidney stone, but from the other way, like a cosmic stone. And I'm not trying to release
Gemini.
it. I know it's not the same thing, but it's feels like that. You actually came up in Gemini's reading as well, so I don't know if you want to zip back and watch that. Anyways, okay. But it's being dropped in. And I'm seeing someone or something very taut. Like, almost like a candle. A candle angel? Do I have an angel candle? Is this what I'm seeing? Or some sort of figurine of something. Alien or angel, like, or anywhere in that landscape type thing. And my shoulders are kind of up here, and I'm like, like it's like I know things, Pisces. I feel like I know things. Okay, I'm gonna add on some dream cards, and I'm gonna give this a flipperoo. You know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below and inspire our interconnected nature. Thank you so much for holding space, though, for me to share my yammerings and insights. I do appreciate you, Pisces. Thank you, thank you. You know how when people say batting eyelashes, and I just, like, what stood out to me was batting eyelashes.
Table.
I don't think that works on you a whole lot, or maybe that's a skill you use to subconsciously send a message. And you know what it's reminding me of? It's like when couples have, or even friends, it doesn't have to be romantic, is when, I'm going to have to go through these cards because give you a little prudence here. Sorry, I forgot where I was. Oh yeah, with couples or friends, and you have like this cue to be like, when you're ready to leave, and you just know, you're just like, your partner, your friend is like, yeah, and you're like, I'm ready to go. This is what this means. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Or you look over in the corner of the eye and they say some key word, and you're like, oh, I thought I saw, hippopotami over there, or pomegranate seeds. I don't know what it is. Some sort of safe word. But this feels like I don't bat an eye at something. I got no fear. Look there's that eye again. I got you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? Okay, let me bring these up so you can see. 43 and 14 might mean something to you. I want to note, I'm going to bring this up, see if I can cover her. Well, those ones are covered. Her bits and berries. You want to take in that card. But I want to note this. Oh, where'd that fly come from? Like out of nowhere. I want to note the similarities of this arms out and arms out. I know these are more up, but I'm seeing it very similar. And this is like the aura of it. And this peeling, like I am here. Somebody might really be coming out as their authentic self. Their authentic energy expression. I am connected to my light source code. Look, I feel very ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. And I am unzipping this. I don't want to, here's the thing. I don't want to diminish the skin I'm going to release.
Dangerous.
Because that is dangerous. If I diminish that, then I am in some way potentially only elevating by diminishing. And I feel Pisces understand that in order for me to elevate and express, I don't need to diminish something, someone, somewhere else. It's like, oh, I like to live in this town called Podunk. That doesn't mean by default the other town of Dunk de Po is garbage. No, That's not, somebody else might hear that. Somebody else might think that, so the town I'm from is not good enough for you. And you're like, no, I really enjoy where I'm living. And I enjoy whether that's in your land, your home, your skin suit, regardless of your country, regardless of whatever these things are, it feels like either I've made it. I am here and I can express myself freely. It's what it feels like.
I'm weak.
It feels powerful and profound because even the card underneath it with the eye, the bullseye. This is standing out to me. What is it? That astronomy, telescopy thing? I don't even know. A part of me has had to pass away. Barn swallows are on the side of my family. Maybe I moved away from my family. Maybe I moved closer to my family. Whatever family is to you, right? Friends, soul family, maybe for your work family you decided to move. And I also want to note, did I say card 43 could be the 7 or the 14 to the 5? I might be changing something up within me. And it's not because what I was, where I was, and anybody else is not free. Wow, it feels just very aware of some sort of cosmic egg that I created and maybe felt contained in. But I'm not diminishing anyone else's, their cosmic egg. Because I don't know. That's not my business and it's not my place to diminish. So I can feel more elevated. This is the wisdom here, Pisces, that you hold in this cycloptic energy. It's beautiful. I hope that came through as beautiful as it felt. Because I got very lost in it. I got very excited. I was like, yes. And it's like somebody buys their first home or gets their first, like I remember my first apartment. Oh God, gross. But I was so happy that I was taking steps to be whoever I was going to become. I just remember being very proud of myself. Maybe this is, I don't even know it doesn't matter what it's in regards to. It's love. Love. I got a love for life. And as I say that and sing that, I don't negate it or take away from it the brilliance that Pisces is understanding. Maybe this is even how you're dealing with the collective energy. I will not diminish differences. Transformation, death, and rebirth is the card coming out and coming up. See if I can do this. If you want to take a screenshot. Sorry, I am trying my best with all this camera stuff. It's very fun. But sometimes I apologize. Transformation. The rainbow warrior emerges from her old self. Discovery, breakthrough, rebirth. The rainbow warrior, there's also a lore about that. I don't know. I believe it's indigenous, and I'm going to keep that bracket or aboriginal in general, because I don't know if it's Cree or Mohawk. I don't know, or what if there's a specific clan. Again, there's too many words, too many paths. Transformation is the first true death that makes a second birth possible. And I feel like in a lot of the spiritual, we talk about the death, right? The second death. This is about the rebirth, the second birth possible. Maybe you're also having a second child. Congratulations. The rainbow warrior gives up the old life. How willing are you to let go of the old and totally transform? Anyone who has gone through rebirth, either self-initiated or totally demanded, knows their life is no longer their own. They live now for essence and not the fixed values of the past. They let themselves undergo daily deaths, giving up egocentricities and ego desires to be continuously reborn into greater purpose. Your task, should you choose to accept, Pisces, is to let go as much as you can so an absolute crisis propels you into a fundamental choice of the new. I feel like that you've already avoided or you're avoiding a consciousness crisis, the midlife crisis, or the transitionary crisis from going from high school to college, or high school to the job market, college to becoming that character that you've been learning to be the whole time. Adolescence, adulthood to adulthood and beyond. Whatever the transformation is, it feels like it's from the inside out. And I think that's what feels so beautifully glorious, is it's literally from the inside out. And this is why it was a candle. Because it's like I burned all these candles. I know, it's almost speechless. I burned all these candles of versions, of hopes, wishes, wants, desires. They all served a purpose, because it's like now I'm taking all the remnants of those candles and I've melted them all. And I've made a new canvas of sorts, a candle canvas. And I'm going to carve the deity of my divinity into the density. And I'm going to burn it in honor of every other choice I've made, every idea, every step I've taken, and almost on behalf of everyone else as well. In the spirit of that birth, being able to birth something new, birthing, again, congratulations if you're having a child, but also congratulations if you graduated high school and you're going off to college. Congratulations if you graduated high school and you're going into the job market and you're taking steps to provide for yourself, to help your family, or get a footing and get your first apartment, get your first car, first iPod, I don't know, whatever the things are. Congratulations if you got a job promotion, or you took a lateral move because it was better for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, holy Pisces. Good for you if you're coming out of the closet. You're like, I like same sex. I like this. It's all celebratory because nothing else is being diminished. There's no diminishing of what was or other things. I am not elevating by diminishing others, and actually I just stay the same, but it kind of looks like I've elevated by default. No, Pisces are like, I am here and I celebrate my elevation and others to reach whatever that is for them. Oh my gosh. Are you like a motivational speaker or something? Are you a coach? I don't know. Whew. I don't know what it is, but it feels very, very powerful and profound. Death, rebirth. Your other card down here with the eye, card 14. Focusing. This is my masculine and my feminine working together. My left and my right eye harmonizing as one. She pounds the beat of the drum. And it's like my masculine energy getting ready to, pluck the bow to whatever it is that you want, need, desire. And she's like, I got the drum. Hear the beat, just like one of those piano thingies. And he can tune into that, just using she and he as easy references to the energies. And he's like, okay.
Inside.
And then he can start to focus. And he can feel that beat. He's like, yep, hold it. And she's holding it for him. Together. I just got willies. They make it happen. It's like you're damn near seeing Bigfoot.
The doll.
Okay. Oh. If there is a paranormal reading, Pisces, I think you're taking the cake. This is it. This is incredible. Focusing. The seeker shoots his arrows at the target. Key, attitudes, and concentration. What power brings our energies together when we feel most scattered? Follow the heartbeat. We focus to bring ourselves in balance with the center out there as well within. It's not the number of arrows you fire, but the spirit in which you let them go. We achieve mastery in a chosen area or arena by long practice and walling out the forces of dissipation and distraction. Fight your demons, but see past them to a universe beyond. There's that whole, I'm not diminishing. Pisces is not diminishing the other part of the fish you're tied to. Your shadow, your shine, your this and the that. Oh, sorry. My demons aren't damning me.
Cosmic.
And my divinity isn't dimming my demons. To focus, seek the center wherever it is meant to be, not where you aim for it. Your task, should you choose to accept, align your center with centers elsewhere as you move through your day. It's like Pisces. Let's keep going. Out on some Dragon Tarot. Oh, is there like man bits in there too? Oh, well.
Stop it.
Alas. Oh, stop it. Stop it. I know, but I can't. I gotta get some little stickers. I did not even know. I don't want to upset anyone's eyes or algorithms because I barely know what's going on anyway with algorithms. Justice, the Star. On the bottom, you have 9 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. You know the drill. If those cards mean anything to you, please follow that first. Pink Floyd. Prismatic perspective. You are the star, Pisces. You are the star of your own show. And just like your whole wisdom through this amazing, amazing reading, all the stars can shine in the backdrop of dark space. If one star is shining a little brighter or bigger,
Hardened.
it actually helps, like that, what it was talking about, a focusing point. So you're looking up at all the skies, or the sky, and all the stars are the same size, this, that, or the other. But there's this one in the cluster, there's this one little star. It's like you can look up and go, it's like Orion. It's like, oh, that's where I start. That's where I center on. And then I move out from there. Okay, I'm good. I'm going to start from there and then move out from that. Orion's belt, or the Big Dipper, the Small Dipper. That's where you know how to center, and that's where you focus. That's where you align your center with. When I'm looking at everything that's going on. Then you have Justice with the 3 of Swords. I feel like I have 3 very clear options of things that have happened to me, for me. Back in the day, I would have said to me. In the here and now, I say for me. Past, present, future. Hurts, healing, healed.
Again.
It's all coming together. Hurts, healing, healed. Pisces. Whew. Magenta Dragon enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom, awaken your soul memories and a higher spiritual understanding, prepare for accelerated ascension. You also have here Alpha Dragon. Harness the divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old. Visualize your dream. Help to manifest a new world. The Green Dragon helps you tune into the secrets of nature, receive answers and guidance from nature, align with your divine essence. And if I may, balancing, that you're tied to this
Watching.
alpha and green heart, whatever your heart desires. And it is smothered so beautifully with the spectrum of love. What will you write yourself into for this new birthing space? We are all watching. Sorry. It's like we're all watching. We're paying attention because the many and the few, every time you're doing that thing you do. Wow. Okay. By location, awake. There we go. Sorry. I do my best. Desire, fulfillment. Don't be coy. Look at that, biting that lip. Like, yeah. Desire, fulfillment. Practicing death and the sixth realm. I can't even. Pisces, Pisces. It was in here. What is it? By practicing death and rebirth of your transformation, you're fulfilling a desire. Number 5, but that instigates change. And you've done it. Sorry, I had to step out for a second. There's also Nox High. Like you've peeled open this green dragon.
No thanks.
There's that candle. I know it's a popsicle stick, but it's like a candle. And just like ice cream, it's going to melt away. The 6 realms. You are awake. That you are interesting, not blind. All the eyes that were in your scroll, your eyes that are open here with that crystal there, and then the bilocation of being blind. It's almost like I've blindfolded myself at some point in time, or both aspects of myself are blind, just like justice, bilocation justice. And maybe I was blind to it, where I thought it would come from, who or where it would come from. Maybe I thought it was outside of me. Maybe I thought it didn't exist within me. Maybe I was continuously having to apply it for others or remind others. I don't know what the situation is, but it is impressive. Pisces, closing out messages from the dragon. Thank you so much for being here, for being my muse, and for holding space for me to share my insights.
Addict.
I want to note that during your reading, like I had a lot of tapping like on my walls. And that's, I don't know if it was noticeable or not, but I had to step out just to see if there was like people at my door or something, or what's going on. I'm gonna knock on your door, ring all your bells, tap on your window too. If you don't come out tonight when the moon is bright. Pisces, your final messages. Dragon love. When your human heart breaks, we fly to your side. We can help you heal, to regrow, and strengthen your beautiful heart. Let us in, let us help, and know you will go on. So much love. I feel like you love yourself. You've realized it through the death and the rebirth and all of the things. The cosmic dragon is coming through, and I want to put this with the 6th realm. I don't even know what the card says yet, but that's where I want to put it. I guess we'll see how it comes together, because it is all very cosmic-y.
Satan.
Oh, geez, Louise. We dragons hold cosmic energy, and we can share this with your own ventures. Let us breathe our life-giving star fire into your dreams and see them come true. And you have desire fulfillment. There is the celebration.
I can't leave.
There's something just odd going out there. That's okay. Last but not least, dragon allies. We dragons now send you powerful, helpful allies who will stand by your side. Help each other, hand to hand, heart to heart, and see your worlds grow strong in love, freedom, and understanding. That deserves a slow clap for Pisces. Thank you so much for being my muse, Pisces. I am so grateful to have been in this aura. Please do give it a like, share, subscribe if it resonated. Feel free to share it with others if you feel that they would enjoy it. I am so grateful to all your support, your awesome auras and energies, and for you holding space for others if it wasn't your scry story, and holding it for others to receive their message. Pisces, until next time, bye. Platonic romantic. Seriously, Virgos, impressive. I thank you so much for being here, for being my muse. And until next time, Virgos, thank you.